Welcome to IoT hands-on course. In this episode, we are going to learn how to read values from sensor. Okay, these are the components I've used: Node MCU, or you can use ESP8266 board, DST11 sensor, jumper wires, and USB. And then you need to install Arduino IDE and CH340G drivers. Check the description for drivers link and then Arduino IDE link. Okay, this is my Node MCU and DHT11 sensor. Some DHT11 sensor comes with 4 pins. In my case, it has 3 pins. It doesn't matter whether it has 3 or 4 pins, we need only 3 pin. First VCC and then data and then ground. Okay, so this is the backside of Node MCU. In that we have 3 points. First one, install CH340G driver. So already I've given the link for the driver in description. Install that one and then use 9600 bps, that is our baud rate of Node MCU. We're going to use this baud rate in our Arduino code, and it comes with Wi-Fi module. You can connect to Wi-Fi also. Okay, in next episode I will tell how to connect to Wi-Fi. This is our connection diagram. So in this diagram we have 4 pins in DHT11, so it doesn't matter it has 4 pins or 3 pins. We're going to use only 3 pins. VCC connect DHT11 VCC to 3 volt of Node MCU, and then connect data pin to D1 or D2 D3, any digital pin. Okay, and then connect ground to GND of Node MCU. So this is my setup. You can see VCC, that is our red wire, connected to 3V of Node MCU, and then data pin, that is our brown wire, connected to D4 of Node MCU, and then ground to ground of Node MCU. So after connecting sensor to Node MCU, then connect your Node MCU to laptop. Okay, you can use your Android charger also, no problem. How to configure Arduino IDE? I will show. For that, open Arduino IDE. Open Arduino. Go to file. Here you can check some examples available. Okay, basic digital analog communication sensors, liquid crystal, robot control. Okay, and then go to sketch menu and include libraries. You can add libraries for or sensors. Okay, and then here you can add board managers. Here the default one is Arduino. Go to file. Okay, sorry, go to file, then click preference. In this area, additional board managers URL, we are going to paste this URL. Why? Because this Arduino IDE comes with a default Arduino board managers. It does not contain Node MCU or ESP8266. So we are adding this URL in this section and then click OK. Okay, and then go to tool, go to boards, go to board manager, and then in this search box type ESP8266. As if you type ESP, I think it will come. Yes. Okay, then install this ESP8266 by ESP8266 community. Okay, install this one. Click install. Click. Okay, our installation is completed. Yes, now it is installed. And then click close. Go to sketch. Sorry, go to boards. Now you can check our Node MCU ESP8266 module is there. Yes, Node MCU. There are two Node MCU versions, Node MCU 0.9 or 1.0. You can use anyone. Okay, we have to include this boards in our Arduino IDE. Then only we can configure our Node MCU through Arduino IDE. Okay, this is very useful for flashing the code into Node MCU. Okay, then go to sketch and then include, then go to manage libraries. Now we are going to add DHT11 sensor libraries. Okay, it will take some time. Yes, type DHT type DHT. Install DHT sensor library by Adafruit. Okay, click install and then click install all. Okay, click install all. Now our library is successfully installed. Yes, then go to file, go to examples. Okay, go to bottom. Yes, Adafruit DHT sensor library is there. And then click DHT tester here. Okay, because with this example only we are going to read a DHT 11 sensor data. Okay, so this is our reference code. Select all, copy, and then open on new file and then paste it here. Okay, and then save to some folder. I'm going to give DHT read, then click save. Then now I'm going to remove unwanted things. This is our final code. The first line I've included DHT library. Second line defined DHT pin D4. This D4 is our data pin. That is, a data pin of sensor is connected to D4 of node MCU. So that D4, and then define your DHT type. So in this demo session I've used DHT 11 sensor. Okay, if you want you can use DHT22. I think, yes, DHT22. There is another sensor. It's more accurate than DHT11. Okay, so I've defined DHT type here, DHT11, and then I'm initializing the DHT sensor using this syntax. Okay, DHT, capital DHT, and then DHT of DHT pin comma DHT type. Then here I am setting up the serial port and then device connected through serial port. Okay, void setup and then serial dot begin. We need to set baud rate. This 9600, that is our node MCU baud rate, and then serial dot println dh some string, that is then dht dot begin. Okay, and then in this void loop we are going to read the temperature and then humidity value from the sensor. So this is the syntax. Inside void loop you can use this float h equal to dht dot read humidity, and then float t equal to dht dot read temperature, because we already initialize the DHT sensor, and then here we use DHT dot begin. So in this void loop will continuously read humidity and temperature after every 2 seconds, because we use delay here 2000 milliseconds. Okay, if you want to use you can more than 2 seconds also, no problem. And then I am checking here whether it is reading data or not. If it returns NaN, it will give fail to read from DHT sensor. And then finally I am printing the value of humidity and then temperature, that is stored in float h and then float t. That's it. Okay, click this upload to flash your code into node MCU. Make sure that your node MCU is connected with your PC in COM port. In my case, node MCU is connected in COM port 3. Okay, yes, you can see the progress here. Compiling sketch, connecting, writing 7 percentage. Yes, code is flashed. Code is uploaded successfully. Then open serial monitor, right corner. Yes, our humidity is 9 percentage, temperature is 32.60. Then now the temperature is 32.70. Thank you.